5 facts about Sparta that will shock you and change your perception of the legendary city-state Sparta. The mere sound of this word transports us to the world of fearless warriors, gladiator battles, and strict discipline. But do we really know everything about this mysterious state? Behind the strong walls of Spartan glory lie many secrets that surprise, frighten, and make us admire. Let's plunge into a world where strength and honor were the highest virtues. Could you imagine that at a time when women of other Greek polities hardly left the house, Spartan women trained, played sports, and had the right to own land? They had no jewelry, silk, or cosmetics, but they had something that was rare: freedom. They were taught to be strong because it was they who gave birth to future heroes. It was believed that if a mother was hardy and courageous, her son would become an invincible warrior. Imagine a Spartan woman proudly looking into her husband's eyes as he went to war and saying, "Return with or on a shield." These words became a symbol of the Spartan idea, where honor and loyalty to the state were above the fear of death. In a world where gold and wealth were the measure of success, the Spartans despised luxury. Their currency was heavy iron ingots, which were practically impossible to use to accumulate wealth. This is no coincidence. The Spartans believed that the desire for gold corrodes the soul and makes a person weak. You will not find palaces or luxurious banquets in Sparta. Their luxury is victories on the battlefield. They lived by the principle, it is better to be strong and poor than rich and weak. What does it mean to be a Spartan? It's not just a word, it's a life covered in bloody trials. At the age of 7, boys were taken from their parents and sent to the Agoga, a school where they had to prove that they were worthy of being called warriors. They were given a minimum of food and clothing, and in order not to die of hunger, they had to steal. But if they were caught, they were punished. Why? Because in Sparta, not only strength was valued, but also cunning and intelligence. One of the most cruel stories tells of a boy who stole a fox, but in order not to be found out, he kept it under his tunic while the animal tore his chest. He died, but did not confess. This was Spartan honor. There were many laws in Sparta, but one stood above all. You must protect your shield at any cost. Why? Because the shield is not only your weapon, it is a symbol of your unity with your brothers. To lose a shield meant betrayal. The Spartan system was as unbreakable as a stone wall. Each warrior covered not only himself with his shield, but also his comrade on his right. The shield was honor, life, and death. And that is why the Spartans returned home either with a shield or on it. Despite all its power, Sparta had a weak point: the Helots. These were slaves who cultivated the land and provided food for the entire state. There were several times more of them than the Spartans, and therefore the authorities always lived in fear of an uprising. To keep them in submission, the Spartans declared war on them every year. The warriors attacked the Helots at night, destroying the strongest and most intelligent. This was the dark and terrible face of Sparta, which was spoken of in whispers. Sparta is more than a city. It is a symbol of unshakable will, courage, and sacrifice. It fascinates, frightens, and inspires at the same time. There is no place for weakness in its history, but there are many lessons about how far people can go to protect their ideals. Want to learn more about the legendary Sparta? Write in the comments what facts impressed you the most, and we will continue to tell you about the secrets of this unique civilization.